here, one more thing. As you mentioned that how would you track your user if they have read or not? So that context specific conversation is maintained. So two ways to track that. One way is simply searching the name and looking for your mentions. So here I have searched my name, looked for my mentions, and it shows all the messages where I have been tagged as at Ankita. So those messages is something where I need to work on. Another way is if I go in Teams here, and this is the work I have given to my junior. Let's say here is a previous message. And I want Meghna to work on this. And you can see that this is a message from 2017. I want Meghna to work on this. I can again tag her. And send it across. Imagine if I would have sent this message to somebody else in my team 2 years back. Now we are reworking on that project or starting the second phase for that project. I need not to do the knowledge transfer all over again with all the emails attached in the as attachment into one single email, all the mail threads, and then send it over. So if I would have done it in the email way, firstly I would have to search all the mail threads, attach them as the attachment, and then send it over and then track whether they have read it. Now I simply tag it, send it over, all that thread conversation is right there. And after this, if she doesn't respond, like right now she responded, let's say if she doesn't respond in 2 days, I would simply go after 2 days and tag her again that I have not seen any update. And if somebody wants to deny it, they would still deny it. Then the next option is getting them the meeting with the HR.
In the Outlook, the new messages and the old one is differentiated by like the bold or so that we know okay, these are the new messages which one has to.
Yeah, so here you can see that innovation videos is bold in bold now because she responded. If I'll show you here, you can see videos is in bold, or all these threads are in bold. So there is some conversation going on here.
So what we are saying today is get your work done. What happens is email has become more of a disturbance. If you keep your Outlook on, you cannot work, right? Outlook has fundamental problems. How do you search for the right email? So how do you, say for example, you worked with 5-member team, 2 people left, 3, as in it's been 3 years. How do you transfer the previous conversations to a new person joining your team? You cannot do that, right? You cannot have email transfer. Here, if a team member leaves, can you show the members, Ankita? If a team member leaves, you remove that member and add a new member, and the new member will have all the access to the content on the team, previous, new and old both, and you can decide. So if you have a junior member joining in and you don't want to give any historic access of the conversations on team, you can do that when you're adding the member also. So these are the members. You can remove a member, add a member, and when you're adding a member, you can decide what all access would he have to all the historic conversations or just the new conversations. So that kind of, see, anything that you can think of has been built. There are more than 20 million users of Teams as of today. And the companies that you can really think of have moved on to Teams, and email has become a secondary platform for them. It's just that how long would we continue to deny that we'll stick on emails is a choice that we have to make. It's like saying that you'll continue to drive a motorbike or an Activa, a Chetak, a Bajaj Chetak scooter till now. If the latest things are available like Activa or Honda from Honda is available, why would you continue to drive Chetak from Bajaj now? They have stopped making it. That is true. So Microsoft is investing on email, but the real investment is happening on Teams. But if you want to continue to say that I want to use email, you can continue to use email. No one will stop. Microsoft is making business, but this is the real way to get work done.